The first story I wanted to start with is what you just mentioned there. There was a tweet surrounding it, which we saw yesterday from Watch LFC, a big Liverpool account, saying, "Don't worry, City, we've got this. Hashtag City-Pool will rise again." And there's been a lot of this online. Prominent City fans now saying, "Come on, Liverpool, go and win the league." Liverpool supporters saying, "Don't worry, City, we'll get you back for what Arsenal did at the weekend." Where is this alliance come from? Why are City fans and Liverpool fans so in love? It reminds me of that film, Brokeback Mountain, Jake Gyllenhaal and the late, great Heath Ledger. Where is this unison come from, Hassan, between you and City?
First of all, Watch LFC is a four-letter word that starts with T and ends with T. I absolutely can't stand the guy. He's a Darwin Núñez sexual and a Salah hater. So that guy does not represent Liverpool fans in any way, shape, or form. I'm probably a bigger representative of Liverpool fans than he is. At least I'm just FSG out. That's it. When it comes to what he's saying, it's absolutely pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic what Watch LFC is doing. However, I will take you all back to 2018, 2019. And you're all a bunch of lying hypocrites if you deny this. Every single Man United fan, Chelsea fan, Arsenal fan in the whole universe wanted City to beat Liverpool for the league because Liverpool fans are going to be unbearable in the summer. You don't know Liverpool fans. You've never met Liverpool fans. Blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all. I heard it all of 2018, 2019. You all wanted City to beat Liverpool as well. So it was City Arsenal, and it was City Chelsea, and it was City Chester United back then, So let's not change the narratives, because you all wanted City to beat Liverpool. I remember it. Unless maybe you're like an Inter fan or something, or you're a fan of football and you just wanted Liverpool to win the league title for the first time in 30 years. 3/4 of you, and you're all liars if you deny it, wanted City to beat Liverpool to a league title. Now, as when it comes to me, I can only talk about myself, and I'll be honest with you. A lot of Liverpool fans feel the same way regarding myself. Listen, yes, Arsenal fans can be annoying. Yes, Arsenal fans are irritating. Yes, Arsenal fans, irritate my soul sometimes with some of their shit takes, aka Igal and people. And I said this to Igal's face, so I'm not backbiting. But the one thing I will say is the following. Me personally, I will never ever root for City in any way, shape, or form, except if it's me winning a league title, meaning City versus Arsenal, United versus Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I would want the team that I hate more to win, just to win a league title. Like, obviously, it's because it's my team's success above everything. I'm not one of those guys who's like, "Oh, how dare you support Man United?" I'm like, listen, I could take a shower after the game, but for that 90 minutes, it's better for us if United beat Arsenal. Factually, it's better for us. Just like an Arsenal fan would have been watching the Liverpool United game at Anfield going like, "United, get us something here." And they probably were happy that United got a draw. This is just normal football. But for me personally, I'll be honest with you, I have no hatred towards Arsenal whatsoever. Arsenal and Liverpool are not rivals. As a matter of fact, Arsenal and Liverpool have a lot of similarities. The only big difference between us is, we have 6 Champions Leagues. That's the major difference. But as institutions, as a football clubs, both class football clubs, historic, massive clubs, kind of pillars of the United Kingdom, if you would like. And there was something said by the Prime Minister, I believe, when the Super League thing was happening. He referred to Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool as essentially pillars of the English community. So I look at this whole City-Pool thing. I don't like it. I cringe at it. I get some City fans. By the way, if you're a City fan, I get it. I'm like, I genuinely get it, because Arsenal have annoyed you so bad that you're like, okay, Liverpool win the league. Like, I'd rather Liverpool win. I get their perspective. But if you're a Liverpool fan, you can't be out here talking about City-Pool, because if you want to talk about Arsenal fans being annoying, well, City literally robbed us of a league title with a Rodri handball. Last season, we were top of the league. Doku switching music to McAllister, no penalty given. And then the Premier League website is using that switching music as an example of a high boot. That's a foul. Load of shit. If I want to talk about the refereeing decisions last season, we could have won the league because we would have been 9 points better off factually, which would have made us league champions. So what we cannot sit up here and say stuff like City-Pool. I'll never say that stuff. I hate Man City. I hope they get liquidated. I hope they get relegated. I hope they cease to exist. I'm not that guy. I can't stand that football club. And if Arsenal and City are in a title race scenario, I would be rooting for Arsenal because I can't stand Manchester City, and there's nothing genuine or real about that football club. They won the jackpot 15 years ago. It could have been Spurs, it could have been Newcastle, it could have been Everton. So there's nothing that I have no respect for Manchester City whatsoever, other than the fact that they are a well-run club right now. So they do make smart decisions. But other than that, I have no respect for that club whatsoever. But yeah, that's my logic with it.
But for the majority of Liverpool fans last season when they fell off the title, Sam, you can talk for yourself. But the majority of Liverpool fans last season were rooting for City to win the league ahead of Arsenal because they said, we want to banter Arsenal more. It's all about the banter, not about the domination. And I think Terry made about 2 or 3 videos last season. Like, how can you dare you want City to win the league title when they have freaking won it 3 years in a row? How do you want a team to make achievement? And that is the problem. Maybe it's not you, Sam, but the majority of Liverpool fans wanted City to win the league last season over Arsenal.
It's not majority.
The majority. The majority of the people that saw on social media wanted Man City to win the league because they said, we haven't won it for 30 years. Exactly what people say. But we don't care if City win it. If they win it 7 in a row, who cares?
You can talk about the people that you know. But that doesn't mean majority.
Habibi, the majority of the people I dealt with wanted City to win the league, not Arsenal. Because
no
of the fact that Arsenal fans...
And I'll be honest with you, I'll back Mo in that. A lot of United fans that I came across wanted City to win the league as well. And to your point, and I'll come back to you in a second, Mo, sorry, to your point, Hussam, I agree with you. There's been times where I wanted City to beat you to the title, but only because it was to stop you from doing a quad, which would have surpassed my treble. So it was me wanting... Both situations were bad, but it was the best of a bad situation. That I understand. What I find really interesting is that for 3 or 4 years, the vast majority of Liverpool fans will say, we think Arsenal are irrelevant. City fans, they're nothing. They don't win. They're a banter club. They're irrelevant. Then it shouldn't bother you if they go on to win the league over a team that you actually say has been our biggest. Like Liverpool were the biggest rival that City have had on a competitive level in the history of their club. Because during their greatest ever period of history in their club's lifespan, Liverpool were the team chasing them and beating them to a title, big Champions League games. They were the fierce rival. You shouldn't be wanting that team to start lifting more trophies, especially while Pep's still here, because everything Liverpool win, like this is the mad bit. Liverpool are on for a quad, right? Liverpool win that quad. It's during the Pep era. Like I'm just pointing that out, right? They shouldn't be rooting for you to have any more success. Equally, you can't claim that Arsenal is this irrelevant club no one cares about and then be so angry when they win certain games or they're in title races or they're perceived to maybe improving. If they truly are irrelevant, it wouldn't bother you. And I don't mean this is a dig at Leicester. A lot of us were annoyed at our own clubs that year they won it because we could have. None of us were angry at Leicester. None of us were like, fuck you, Leicester. Because we truly didn't see them as a long-standing rival. And we were right, really, because they went down a couple of years later. They weren't. It was a very good season, a bit of a flash in the pan, a bit of an anomaly. What I find funny, not annoying, doesn't bother me, it makes me happy. I smile. I love reading the tweets and seeing the meltdowns, is the amount of City and Liverpool fans have claimed Arsenal nothing, they mean nothing, they don't bother me, they're irrelevant, get absolutely rattled to a point where they'll join forces with what is supposedly a big rival to shit on Arsenal. I just find it personally very funny. I find it hilarious. Like I'm not taking it seriously. I'm taking it as it's comedic and it's funny.
Yeah, but I think it's more of a loud minority than anything. I mean, we have a guy in the chat who's a Scouser, Jack Howe, always supports the Channel as well. I've never met someone from the actual city that wants Manchester City to win the league. Like, I've never met that. My logic is the following. I want Liverpool to win the league. If Liverpool can't win the league, I'm looking at the teams that are like fighting for the title. And for me, I don't have a rivalry with Arsenal. Like, I'm not, maybe the older generations who saw like the Michael Thomas moment in 89 and stuff, I get it. But for me personally, whenever we were good, Arsenal were crap. Whenever we were crap, Arsenal were good. We never really had a rivalry like that. They stopped Man United from winning like 3 league titles. So like, I genuinely have no bad feelings towards Arsenal at all. I'll be honest with
you. To this comment here, this is people say they don't care about City, but they get rattled. Yeah, those people are liars as well, and I've called them out. I admit it. And by the way, if you're a Liverpool fan that isn't bothered by it, you shouldn't be defending the Liverpool fans that are. You should be on our side calling them out. If you really think Arsenal are irrelevant, It shouldn't be fuck you, Terry, for showing us Liverpool fans that think they are relevant. It should be, you should be on, logically speaking, you should be on our side here saying, well, hang on a minute. If you find them irrelevant, you shouldn't be bothered by them. You should leave them
But
alone.
Terry, can you admit the reverse on a real? Can you admit that in
what
18-19,
way?
most of Arsenal fans wanted City to win the league? Like, for real, can we be honest?
Yeah, because they wanted, because you are, okay, so I think you need to understand their point of view. You have had 30 years without winning a league title. They have had the longest after you. So it makes a lot of sense for them to not want you to break that one, that long run.
Because of how long
they have been. So it makes a lot of sense for them.
I would admit it, but this is what I would say, is that Arsenal fans wouldn't have said, or I don't remember them saying this, there'll probably be the odd tweet. They weren't saying, I don't care if Liverpool win it because they're irrelevant. And then in the next breath saying, come on, City, please don't let them win. That's what I'm calling out here. It's the duplicity in the statement. I admit that I have everyone who's around the title race right now, by the magic wand, Forest, please win it. They're the lesser of the 4 teams in the top 4, but they're not going to win it. Then it's Arsenal, because Arsenal are a big rival of mine, but not as much as Liverpool. So that's my order of wanting something to come out. But I'm not going to sit there and say, I want Forest and Arsenal to win it over Liverpool, and then in the next breath say, but I don't really care if Liverpool win it. Those two opinions.
No, I understand. No, you're correct. You cannot say both statements. You can't.
So that's what I'm calling out. So for me, it's a case of Arsenal are either relevant or they're not. They're either a threat or they're not. You're either worried about them winning the league or you're not worried. It can't be both. That's what, by the way, for me, it can't be. However, this is what I'm saying I enjoy. I enjoy watching the duplicity. I enjoy watching the hypocrisy. I enjoy calling it out and then watching people get angry and go, but I'm not bothered. Then why are you angry then? It doesn't make sense. I enjoy it. And this is what people don't realize. I'm not saying it's a serious thing that we should have a debate in the Houses of Parliament over. I'm just saying, look how funny this is, that you, in one breath, you say irrelevant club don't care about them, they don't win anything. The next minute, you're like, we've got to join forces with another rival. We've got to slag off them celebrating winning goals. We've got to bring up historic moments, try and shut them down. I find it beautiful to watch as a football fan. The same as I've used this example 3 days running. I'll use it again. There's certain City fans online who tweet every day about Man United being irrelevant. And they cannot see the irony in that. Every day they tweet that we're irrelevant. Every day. Every day of their life, they think about us and go, you're irrelevant. But every day they mention us. I love the irony. I think it's beautiful. Let's go to some of these super chats here, and then I'm going to go back to Mo. Sorry. It says, no Liverpool fan wanted Arsenal to win the league because Arsenal is a much bigger club than City, is what Nilo says here. Thank you.